I have the great pleasure to introduce to you our fourth honoree, Debbie Phillips. She is a friend. She is a busy person. She is receiving today our Community Advocate Award. If anything is going on in the New London area, Debbie Phillips is there. She is either organizing, or she's researching, or she's connecting people together. She is making things happen. Debbie advocates for the least and the left out. So the New London County section of NCNW is proud to present you with our Community Advocate Award. In addition, a few years ago, Kia Baird, when she was president, inaugurated the Eunice Waller Community Award. So we are combining the Eunice Waller Award and our Community Advocate Award to present to Debbie today. Eunice Waller, as many of you know, was our state convener for many years and mentored me into this position. And she was a force in this community. Debbie is just like her. Debbie worked with getting a wing of the New London Magnet High School named after her, and has been just doing a lot of things in the name of Eunice Waller and carrying on her legacy. So we're happy today, Debbie, to present you this award.
Thank you to NCNW. I first got involved with this organization, I think about 15 years ago. I had received an invitation from Eunice Waller, and I wasn't too excited about it, but she kept after me, and I finally decided to go. Eunice Waller and I had a history prior to this. She was my math teacher in middle school. She was the worst, hardest teacher on her students. If you were anywhere near to failing in math, she would assign you a detention. I got a lot of detentions. And it got to the point I swore she didn't like me. And I forced my mother to come to the school and have my math teacher changed. That's how much I disliked her. And years later, I would run into her again at my church, and slowly but surely, I became friends with her. She invited me to attend a state NAACP convention in Hartford, and Joanne drove, and we went up there, and Mrs. Waller and I were kind of tagging behind the group that was there. And at this time, Mrs. Waller was getting up in age, and she was using a cane. And we were outside on the sidewalk, and she asked me, "Debbie, can you bend down and pick that up for me?" And I said, "Sure. What is it?" And she said, "Pick up that penny that was on the sidewalk." I bent down and picked it up, and I gave it to her. And she said, "Look at this penny, Debbie. You know, there was a story one time of a guy who did the same thing. He picked up a penny that was on the ground, and come to find out it was worth like $100,000. It was a rare penny. Ever since that time, every time I see a penny on the ground, I think of Mrs. Waller. So about 5 minutes ago, I'm out in the parking lot, looking on the ground for a penny, couldn't find one. And that well-dressed man over there gave me a penny, and I have that. So everywhere I go, I take Mrs. Waller with me. She turned out to be my mentor, my friend, my role model, and she was a powerhouse in New London. She got things done. We never knew how she did it. She never told us how she did it, but she got it done. To this day, I still see areas in New London, such as OIC. She saved OIC from closing. I live right around the corner from OIC, so I'm constantly reminded of the impact she had in not only my life, but she was the state of Connecticut convener for many years. And after she retired from that, my good friend Joanne took over the helm of that. Anyways, this award is kind of a shock to me. For the past number of years, I've worked in the community, and it was only last year someone asked me, and his wife is here, but Winston Taylor, who's the head of our prison ministry at Shiloh, asked me for a resume of a list of all the places I volunteered at, and I put the list together. For the first time ever, I had it written down on one sheet of paper. And that list exceeded my actual resume when I was employed and working full time. And that was the first indication I had that I was like, maybe doing too much. So the end of last year, the Day newspaper contacted me. They were doing an article on people that were making an impact in the area. And I was shocked. I said, okay, let's do the interview. And we did. And Christmas Day of last year, the article made the front page of the New London Day. They had interviewed 5 other people in the area, and then later on I would learn that I was the inspiration for the whole series. Last month, NCNW notified me of an award, and I was shocked again. Usually I work behind the scenes, and I don't like to draw attention to myself. So they notified me I would get an award from them, and then a week later, NAACP notified me I'm getting an award at the end of this month. I am blessed to do what I do. I can pick and choose what projects I want to work on, and God, and only through God, has opened up so many doors. And I have the courage to step through those doors and impact my community. And I'm just thankful for every day that I have the opportunity to serve my community, and it's usually for those that don't have a voice. A couple of years ago, my New Year's resolution was to use my voice to impact my community and to make it better. And thank you for confirming that for me today. And thank you.
Once again, our award says New London County Section Founders Day Eunice McLean Waller Community Award, honoring Debbie Phillips for empowering women through social justice advocacy, presented on Saturday, June 8, 2024, commemorating NCNW founder Dr. Mary Methuen. Thank you, McLeod Methuen. Congratulations.